The minority there says a letter from the Presidency on the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill is a monumental threat to Parliament and Ghana's democracy. Speaking to journalists in Parliament, the Tamale South MP Haruna Idrisu says the directive is a reflection of the President's quest to dominate other arms of government. We have more in this report.
In a letter dated 18th March 2024 from the Office of the President, it urged Parliament to desist and cease from transmitting the bill on human sexual rights and family values to the President for his assent or otherwise. This, according to the Secretary to the President, Nana Asante Bediatu, stems from the acknowledgement of two applications before the Supreme Court seeking an interlocutory injunction against the anti-gay bill. Now, speaking to journalists in Parliament, the MP for Tamale South, Haruna Idrisu, says the directive from the Office of the President smacks of an attempt by President Akufo-Addo to dominate other organs of government.
This is a monumental threat to Ghana's democracy and a monumental threat to Parliament as an institution. By Article 93, we are clothed with legislative authority and legislative mandate. This letter only reflects President Nana Addo Dankwa's quest of predominance over other organs of state. That is unacceptable, and that must be fought by all persons who love democracy and who cherish the principles and values of the 1992 Constitution. It is not for the Attorney General to advise the President not to take any step. The Constitution dictates what the President should do. Assent to it or refer it back to Parliament with an explanation, or to the Council of State. It didn't say he should refer it to the Attorney General. Yes, Article 88 gives him a mandate. The Constitution is very clear. So what we want to do, and it's part of the matters I'll raise before Parliament, we must now know when did Parliament remit the bill to the President, and we will count 7 days. If 7 days have lapsed and he has not assented to, and he has not written back to Parliament, nor to the Council of State, we will hold the President responsible for a constitutional breach, and he should know the legal, lawful, constitutional consequences of his action.
But the Member of Parliament for Tafo Vincent Ekowasefwa disagrees with the assertion by the former minority leader, Haruna Idrisu.
The Honorable Haruna Idrisu is a seasoned lawyer in this country. He's been in Parliament for about 3 times, and so it is coming to me as a surprise for him to make such a comment. In 1994, there was a Supreme Court decision in the case of Ajete versus Agbomofu II. Now, in that case, the Supreme Court had the occasion to indicate that as soon as there's an application or there's a motion that is sent to the court, it is enough justification for that application to be seen as an injunction by itself. What the applicant seeks to stop the respondent from doing is almost the same thing like the court telling the respondent not to do it because it's an application. It is possible that there's going to be a ruling in favor of the applicant. The Honorable Haruna Idrisu cannot say that such an application or an attempt is not an injunction by itself. It is an injunction by itself because our Supreme Court has on a number of occasions had the opportunity to rule on this matter. So the President did not err. The President is within the confines of the law.
The chairman of the Health Committee of Parliament, Dr. Ayu Afriye, also addressed journalists, saying that the flag bearer of the NDC, John Dramani Maham's description of the government's Agenda 111 policy as unrealistic is an attack on the 2020 manifesto of the NDC because the party had also planned to roll out the construction of district hospitals across the country where there is none.
If you call this as over-ambitious, if you call this as unrealistic, then it is a sheer attack on the manifesto of the NDC. That the NDC's manifesto was over-ambitious, unrealistic, full of lies, end deceit. Because if you say what you mean, and you mean what you say, you don't forget it at any point in time. Your boys in your party would go and make politics out of it, but you, the leader, you don't go that route because of the manifesto. And if you see, we in the majority have always had this, and we said we'll allow the NDC minority to make their politics. But we would wait for the day that the leader would speak on this issue and we'll come at him. So, if you said you were going to do 88 hospitals, and MPP said was going to be 111. Then what made this unrealistic and overambitious? The former president has been disingenuous. He has been inconsistent. Ghanaians don't have short memories, as he has always said. We were clear of the principles that every district must have a hospital for universal health coverage. To be able to attain it, there must be access for all and fairly, and there must be equity.
The ranking member on the Health Committee of Parliament, Kwabena Mensah Kando, says data available to the committee suggests that the government cannot complete the project by the end of the year 2025, thereby affirming comments made by the flag bearer of the NDC, John Dramani Mahama.
The president said that he is going to construct 111 hospitals, hence the name Agenda 111. Not 80 hospitals, not 40 hospitals. He is going to construct 111 hospitals. In 2022, Sona, when he appeared on the floor of the House, he said he was going to deliver the 111 hospitals before he hands over as president in January 2025. That's what the president said. And that is what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is saying, that, wait a minute, I have been a president before, and this is overly ambitious, and you cannot simply do that before 2025. And the fact available to us on the committee supports that. The fact available to the committee supports the fact that they cannot construct 111 hospitals before 2025.
The House is expected to adjourn Citi for the Easter festivities on Wednesday, but before that, it is expected to consider the nomination of ministers of state as well as the approval of a $150 million loan facility for the Garrett project. Reporting from Parliament, my name is Ni Ayukwe Okain for Citi News.